Hello, my diligent students. Welcome to the second video. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, be sure to do so that you could keep up to date with all the newest content on this channel. And now, without further ado, let's get started. So, why is pronunciation important? Some people say that the most important thing is to be able to communicate properly, comfortably. However, remember that if your pronunciation is not really clear, then it might actually affect your communication in general. So if you want to sound professional in business meetings, for instance, if you want to be most importantly understood by the people who you work with, then I guess it's worth focusing on pronunciation a bit. Of course, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? We are not native speakers. However, it's important to know how to pronounce these most common words that you use on a daily basis. And this is what this video is going to be about. So I've prepared these 10 most common mistakes, in my opinion, in business English, in the business environment. And today we will once and for all learn how to pronounce them correctly. Okay, so let's get started. Word number 1. And now the way we will work with these words today is that firstly I'm going to show you the word. You try to pronounce it the way you think it should be pronounced, okay? So try to do it aloud. And then I'm gonna read the proper pronunciation. I'm gonna also show you the transcription, and then you can also repeat after me this proper version, this proper pronunciation of that word. Okay, so let's get started. Do you know how to pronounce this word? Say it aloud. And now the proper pronunciation is actually company. Company. So you see, it's not company, okay? Because you kind of have this verb come, right? So it's company, penny, okay? Actually, this kind of E, like the other way around, it's called schwa in the English language. This sound is called schwa. And it's not actually E, it's not actually E, it's something in between. It's like a very silent sound, I would say. So it's like company, penny. So there is something in the middle, but it's not really audible so much, okay? So once again, company. I hope you know how to pronounce it properly. Let's move on to the second word, shall we? Have a look at the word. Try to pronounce it now. And the proper pronunciation is quality. Quality. Of course, remember that I'm teaching the British pronunciation, so actually in the British pronunciation this word is pronounced as quality. However, in the American variety they actually pronounce it something like quality. So there is this quality, okay? But I focus on the British pronunciation, so it should really be quality, okay? Another word could be qualifications, not qualifications, but qualifications, okay? Quality, quantity. I hope this one is clear. Another one, number 3. Try to pronounce this word. If you've been following me on Instagram, possibly you know how to pronounce this word already. And remember, this word is not area, okay, but area, area. So the stress is on the first syllable, okay, it's area. And it's not ia, so there is no ia ending, okay? It's just area, area. Try to pronounce it now. Of course, you can stop the video at any point and pronounce, okay? Area. Word number 4 is, try to pronounce it. Actually, it's one of the most important words in business English, I suppose. And this is simply work. Work. So this is of course the British pronunciation. Remember that in the British variety we don't pronounce this R. That's why it's work. Work. But of course, if you prefer American, then you would really pronounce this word. However, I personally do not specialize in this American pronunciation, so I'm not gonna embarrass myself here. British pronunciation, work. Okay, so it's not work, but work. Where do you work, for instance? Of course, at the end of this video, we're going to have some longer sentences with these tricky words, so that's going to be a nice practice, I suppose. Word number 5. Try to pronounce this word properly or the way you think it should be. And now the proper pronunciation is focus. Focus. So it's not focus, it's not focus, okay? But focus. So you have this O, like home, phone. So focus. And pay attention, you also have this schwa sound, this kind of silent sound. Focus, kiss. So it's not a, it's not I, it's something in between. Focus, focus. Okay? I hope that's clear. Word number 6. Try to read it, try to pronounce it. Technical, technical. So it's not technical, okay? So there are two mistakes here. People forget that this ch sound, of course in Polish, is pronounced as k, okay? Like chemistry, technical. And the other thing is, it's not actually al, okay? But all, like all the people. So technical, technical. Repeat after me, technical. Word number 7. Read the word. And this is simply answer, answer. So remember, again, in this British variety, we don't pronounce this R at the end of the word. That's why we say answer, answer the question, okay? But of course, in the American variety, you would really pronounce this R at the end. So please don't say answer, okay? There is no we in the middle, it's simply answer, answer, right? Number 8. Try to pronounce this word. And this is simply abroad, abroad. So you see, you have this long O here. There is no we here, so we will not say abroad, okay? Like answer, no, answer and abroad. And also, pay attention, we have again this schwa sound at the beginning of the word. So it's not a, it's not a, it's not I, it's more like abroad. So like a very slight silent sound here. Abroad, abroad. Okay, kind of like I, but very short. Word number 9, so the last bit one actually. Try to pronounce it. And of course, the correct pronunciation is automatic, automatic. So it's not automatic, because we actually have two mistakes here. First of all, remember that this AU, of course, the Polish sound, right, is always pronounced as O, like audit, automatic, okay? And the other thing is that we don't say automatic, okay, but automatic. So this is short E in English, automatic, tick, tick, okay? Automatic. And one more tip here is that actually, again, we have this schwa sound. So you see, it's not automatic, but automatic. So there is no O, it's otter, otter, automatic, automatic. Try to repeat after me, automatic. I hope you get the idea. Of course, remember that you can go through these words as many times as possible. You can repeat this video. The thing with pronunciation is that you have to keep practicing. So probably one time is not going to be enough. You have to just pronounce it many times, many days possibly, until you actually get it, memorize it, until it gets stuck in your mind simply, especially while you're speaking. And the last word for today, number 10. We have two words, actually, a bonus for you. So this is debts and doubts. So you see there is a silent letter here. We don't pronounce this B, so it's not debts, okay? It's debts, just like that, debts. B is silent. And the same, doubts. It's not doubts. It's even difficult to pronounce, right? So doubts. This B is silent as well. Debts and doubts. I hope all these words are clear now. So as you can see, sometimes it's actually worth looking at this transcription, even though you're not familiar with all the sounds in English and the, transcription symbols. If you know more or less how to pronounce a given word, it's worth looking at the transcription, because in this way, you're kind of unconsciously learning the transcription just by looking at it. So I really recommend that you look at this transcription, that you actually try to pronounce these words based on the transcription, okay? And now let's move on to our practical part. We will have 5 sentences to pronounce. However, of course, they will be packed in these tricky, difficult words we've covered today. So let's test you a bit, shall we? Okay, sentence number 1, try to read it on your own. Of course, you can stop the video, pronounce it, and then I'm gonna read it so that you could see whether you've pronounced it properly, okay? So now is the time to stop the video or to just repeat. I work for an international company in the area of marketing. Of course, remember that I'm kind of making it longer. In a normal casual conversation, I would probably read it faster, like I work for an international company in the area of marketing. So it's a bit faster. However, here I want you to hear these tricky words. I work for an international company in the area of marketing. Of course, you can now stop the video once again, repeat after me once again, but I will just move on to sentence number 2. Again, stop the video and try to read this sentence aloud. And now I'm going to read the correct pronunciation. We try to focus on the quality of our products. We try to focus on the quality of our products. I hope you've pronounced these 2 words properly. And let's move on to sentence number 3 actually. Stop the video and pronounce the sentence. And my turn. I'm thinking of moving abroad. I need to pay off my debts first. So you see abroad and debts. Is that clear? I hope so. Of course, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment below this video. I will answer all of them. Sentence number 4. Stop the video and read the sentence, okay? And my turn again. I'm not qualified to answer such technical questions. Answer and technical. And the last one, number 5. I have a lot of doubts and questions to be answered. Answered, okay? This is actually passive voice, to nabiona. I have a lot of doubts and questions to be answered. Answered. Okay, it's a very nice sentence. Write it down if you want to. And actually, I suppose that's it when it comes to our practical part. I hope you've passed the test. However, still remember that you have to keep practicing, so no worries. It will come sooner or later, this proper pronunciation. But for the time being, the most important thing is to pronounce these 10 words properly. And now, remember that if you subscribe to my newsletter, you have the link in the description box below this video. Every week you will be notified of new video, new YouTube video, but also you will receive this free PDF with the summary of the class. So in this PDF, you will actually get a list of these 10 most common words with the transcription, of course, with this practical part as well. And you can always print it, you can look at it every now and then, you can test yourself from time to time. And I suppose if you repeat these words and sentences, 50 times, I'm sure that you will finally get the hang of it and you will eventually start pronouncing these words properly. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember that every Thursday there is also some short pronunciation episode on my Instagram. I've called it Say It Right series. So every Thursday, if you want to learn pronunciation with me, you can also find it on my Instagram, asha.englishboost. This is my profile. And I suppose see you there. Of course, please leave a comment, because thanks to that I know how to improve my content, whether you actually like it, whether you actually find it useful. Stay tuned and see you soon. Cheers!